Hello, this is Matt Wilhelm from Livingston, Montana. I'm the owner of Yellowstone Fly Fishing School here and working with alongside in cooperation with Dan Bailey's Fly Shop today. And we're going to do some really fun fly tying videos that are going to be informative and educational, instructional. And really looking forward to working with everybody and showing you some really neat fly tying techniques. So thank you very much. All right, so now let's talk about some fly tying tools. And let's start out with the fly tying vise. This is our fly tying vise, and this is what's considered a pedestal vise. And a pedestal vise has a heavy base to it that sits on top of the table. Fly tying vices can also come in what's called, I guess, a clamp style vise, and they have like a clamp on there that's adjustable, and you can clamp it onto the edge of a table or the lip of a table. Those work just fine as well. This particular vise that I have here, it's what's called a rotary vise. And the nice thing about a rotary vise is when there's a hook in there, you can turn the vise and it will allow you to apply materials or glue or whatever, or make cuts on the bottom and stuff. So it's kind of a neat vise to have. And then there's vices that are not rotary, and those are fine too. Vices run in price anywhere from, maybe $30 up to hundreds of dollars, maybe around $300 or $400 for some of the more expensive, or even more than that vices. It's just a matter of finding one that's in your price point that works well for you. What else do we have here? So some other essential tools are fly tying scissors are essential. And you'll notice on the fly tying scissors that the tip or the point of the scissors comes to a very fine point. And that's really important for making detailed, intricate cuts on small flies. And so you have to have scissors with a very fine point on them. This tool right here is called a bobbin. And the bobbin's job is to hold a spool of thread. The thread snaps into the bobbin, and that's the job there. This particular bobbin is a ceramic bobbin, meaning that it has a ceramic insert in the barrel of the bobbin. And the ceramic bobbins are nice because you won't fray your thread as easy with that. So I recommend a ceramic bobbin with a ceramic insert in it. They run a couple dollars more, but they're worth the money. Let's see what else. A hair stacker. This is another pretty essential tool when you're working with elk hair, deer hair, and things like that. By having a hair stacker, you can put the hair into the hair stacker and you can tap it a few times, and it will even all your hairs up so they're nice and uniform for making wings and bodies and things like that. These are hackle pliers. Now, I use rotating hackle pliers, meaning that the head of this plier rotates. I like these the best. And hackle pliers are used because I have really big fingers, and sometimes holding on to small materials or short materials and small are difficult with my fingers. So these pliers will allow me to clamp on to a small material, and I'll be able to apply the material to the hook using these pliers. So I really like these a lot. They also make hackle pliers that are not rotating that you can buy in the store. Either way, whatever your fancy, a very nice tool to have. This is the whip finisher. The whip finisher is used for tying the knots when you're completely finished tying the fly. A lot of people will use their hands to do a whip finish. I use the tool. Either way is fine. This is called a bodkin, and a bodkin is like a needle. And the needle is used in the bodkin to help tease out or poke out materials. It can also be used to apply glues or head cements to the fly to finish them off. And this bodkin's kind of neat because it actually has a half hitch tying tool in the end of it there. So it's got a knot tying tool there as well. So anyway, those are kind of the essential tools of fly tying. For sure, the three that you want to get starting out are the vise, the bobbin, and the scissors. Those are the three you have to have, and then there's all sorts of other tools that'll help you along your fly tying journey.
That was great.